My name is Taylor Lowry, and I did my final project analysis on Andy B's. My aim and methodology for my aim is to analyze and examine Andy B's entertainment successes, weaknesses, financials, opportunities, challenges, and what factors contribute to each. My methodology is online resources as well as firsthand knowledge, as I personally worked for Andy B's Entertainment as a high-up manager for 3 years up until September of this year. For history, vision, and the mission statement. For history, Andy Bartholomew, the founder of Andy B's, he bought his first bowling alley in Marshall, Missouri in 1988. He actually lived above the bowling alley. And then 6 years later, he bought Battlefield Lanes in Springfield, Missouri, which would then become the third Andy B's. In 2007, he opened the first Andy B's location in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Then in 2012, the second location in Bartlett, Tennessee opened. And then in 2015, Battlefield Lanes in Springfield was converted to an Andy B's. In 2018, 2 locations were opened, one in Denton, Texas, and one in Branson, Missouri on the Branson Landing. And then just this year, there was another location in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma was opened after it was converted from just a traditional bowling center. For vision, Andy B's Entertainment is a go-to destination for great food and entertainment. We strive to deliver the best of everything. I personally know that one of Andy's kind of things that he would always say is he wanted to strive to be the best at everything. So that was something that was always very important to him and for the company. The mission statement is bringing memorable fun to people's lives. For the pestle analysis, political factors include state health and sanitation policies. Obviously, this goes for pretty much any business, especially when there's food involved. Next is intellectual property protection. Obviously, there's trademarks, copyrights that go into it. Andy also owns a lot of the property itself around the Andy B's, like the parking lots, even some of the businesses around the locations. And then obviously state and federal taxation when it comes to just kind of businesses in general. There are a lot of economic factors that have to do with entertainment businesses. Big one is inflation. We've definitely been seeing that recently with, there was the market crash and recovering from the pandemic. We've definitely been seeing pretty much everything is now more expensive. And we had to change a lot of prices to kind of match those inflation rates. Another big thing that was left over from the pandemic was unemployment rates. For a while, we did struggle with finding employees, and if you didn't immediately jump on someone that applied, they most likely heard back from somewhere else because they usually would apply to multiple different places. Another one is income distribution. Most of the Andy B centers are in bigger cities. And whether it's the locals that live there that's based on, or such places like Branson, the people that live there are not the wealthiest, but there are a lot of tourists that come and that are able to spend that money. Another one is changing demographics based on location. Again, like I said, Branson has a lot of tourists that come in, and a lot of tourists are more than willing to pay higher prices just because, they're on vacation, and usually they have that mindset that they will be paying a little bit more. And then along with that goes the disposable income rates based on the location. Again, some demographics are different than others. Most cities, there's a wide scale of what people make and wealth and everything. So that's definitely a huge factor within the entertainment business itself. Social factors are a big one for entertainment venues, and Andy B's definitely part of that. A big thing nowadays is marketing and advertising through social media. That's going to be a really big one for really any business, is finding a lot of success through doing that. And then another one is creating shareable and relatable content for customers. A big thing that we would do at Andy B's was if we had a birthday party or an event come in, we would, ask their permission to take a picture, and then they could share it on social media if we posted it. And that usually got a lot of traction, got a lot of shares and everything. Technological factors, this is a really big one as well. There's always advancements in bowling technology. Right when I was leaving Andy B's in September, we just got all new lane machines. We went to string pin machines that require a lot more technology than the old school A2 machines that we had previously. With that type of bowling machines, it's a big one. Upgrades in software on POS systems. Last year in April, I was a part of switching out the entire POS system for the entire center. We pretty much built it using the technology from Brunswick, which is a popular bowling brand. So there's always new updates in software. There's always updates within the software that we already have. There's always new technology in the arcade for arcade games and virtual reality games. We have a lot of high-tech games that require a lot of, technological advancements and all of that. And then again, extra technological advances to upgrade a customer's experience. In our new location in Oklahoma City, we have a robot that is a server. It brings your food down to your lanes. It's really, really cool. And then in a couple of our locations, we have this program called Spark, and it uses projections and images on the lanes, and it interacts with your ball as you throw it. It's another really cool thing. And then lane ordering is a really big one. You can actually order food and look at the whole menu from the tablet, and it sends it to the POS system in the kitchen and at server stations. So that's really cool. It's something new that we're trying out in all of our locations. Continuing with the pestle analysis, environmental factors. In order to house a large entertainment facility like this, you need large parking lots. We have a huge parking lot at the location in Springfield, and it does fill up. You also need large buildings or renovated bowling alleys. Not all of the centers were originally bowling alleys, but a lot of them were, and they just, improved and renovated them. But either way, you do need a large facility to house the lanes and all the equipment, arcade, restaurant, kitchen, all of that, and then locations that work within the demographics of the area. So obviously you want to put a location in a high traffic area, place where people are coming for other things like restaurants. It's on a busy road that people pass all the time. That's something that's really important as well. And then legal factors, trademarks and copyrights, contracts and partnerships are always going to be big ones with any kind of business, especially entertainment businesses. The SWOT analysis. The strengths, locally well known, multiple options for things to do in centers. Each location offers different attractions. So I kind of get into that later into my project, but each location obviously has bowling and arcade and restaurant, but they usually offer, kind of extras. In Springfield and Tulsa, we have laser tag. In Branson, they have social games and escape rooms. In Tulsa, they have laser tag, go-karts, escape rooms, all kinds of different things. So there's different things to do at all of the locations. We offer an elevated dining experience. So if you've ever been to a traditional bowling alley, obviously it's kind of going to be, snack bar food. But at Andy B's locations, we offer a full menu. We've got burgers, pizzas, all kinds of different things, and they're all really good, very put together, well thought out. We offer deals and promotions often. Right now, they're doing a winter play pass for the arcade, but throughout the year, during the summer, we do different passes and we do different deals all the time. We also have discounts for college students, veterans, all kinds of things. We offer birthday party packages at different expense levels. So there's 5 different packages that we have that range from $20 per kid to $36 per kid. Just depends on what's in the package and what's included. We also offer customizable social events. This is really, really big and popular during the holiday months for businesses doing holiday parties. So weaknesses that Andy B's has, it lacks in marketing and advertising departments. This is something I get into a lot later in the project as well. But something that the company as a whole could greatly improve on. We can be considered to have high prices. Again, like I said before, inflation are contributing factors. You have to go into, employment. It's more expensive to pay your employees a livable wage or competitive wage. So that definitely goes into it. Business tends to be quite seasonal. In the summer, we're not as busy. Every once in a while, it gets a few pops. Birthday parties are a little bit kind of slowing down then too. A lot of our business comes from the winter months with the holiday parties and everything. It requires a lot of staff. There are multiple departments that people have to work in, and you need an ample amount of people in each department. Corporate offices do not always have a clear vision or plan for the company's future. This is a big one that, again, I get into later, a little bit more in depth. And for the internal analysis, operations requires multiple employees in different areas in order to operate successfully. A lot of employees do cross-train, but you still obviously can only work in one department at a time. Sometimes people, do run back and forth, but that's not always really sustainable for a long period of time. But in order to have a business going, you need cooks, servers, bartenders, front desk staff, bowl attendants, arcade staff, mechanics, cleaning crew, party and event hosts, and obviously a management team. Moving on for marketing, this is one area that Andy B's lacks in and could improve greatly on. It heavily relies on word of mouth and locals already having knowledge about the business, which is not really a great way to advertise. We do participate in a few community events. However, those do tend to be seasonal. Those are usually in the summer and the fall months. And they do not do any TV or radio commercials or online ads. So for the internal analysis, HRM, there's one human resource employee. They handle all of the employment verifications, onboarding, and background checks. For finance, Andy B's last year in 2022 made about $15 million as a whole company, with each center making about $3 to $5 million. It does continue to increase revenue as a whole. IT, I kind of went more on the website side of things. The website's very user-friendly. It carefully and clearly allows the consumer to navigate through it and get all the information that they need. And it allows online reservations and party and event bookings. For the overall strategy and direction, for strategy, it provides entertainment for everyone that everyone can enjoy, and we want to be the go-to provider for that. Offers upscale entertainment, food, drinks, and customer service while being a one-stop shop. So what that means is you can come for the evening and you can have dinner, you can have dessert, you can have some drinks, and then you can bowl, you can do the arcade, you can do laser tag, all kinds of things that you can do in just one place. And then, like I had said before, our vision is to be the best at everything. Distinctive competencies, I did the top 3. Technology, management, and customer service. For technology, like I kind of explained before, we're always looking for technological advances. We do rely heavily on different technology, so that's going to be obviously a really big one. For management, management's always been a very strong factor within Andy B's. All of the managers work their way up from line level employees, and so they have, the knowledge that they need to successfully run and operate a center. And then customer service. Customer service is always going to be a big one that Andy B's would focus on. Obviously, with being an upscale entertainment center, you're expecting the customer service to be upscale, so that's something that we would always strive for. Competitive advantage offers a multitude of other activities and entertainment over traditional bowling alleys, as well as high quality food and drinks. Being a smaller company that strives on personal connections with guests through excellent customer service. So we have that kind of compared to big corporations where there's multiple locations and there's a lot more employees that they have to keep track of. Leadership encourages each center's management team to instill confidence, problem solving skills, and knowledge to all of their employees. And then upper management works their way up in the company, kind of like I said before. Challenges and problems. The lack in marketing and advertising is a really big one. Absence of a clear plan for the company's future, and competitors. That's going to be kind of a big one for a lot of entertainment centers. There's a lot, and that's going to be a really big one in a lot of the bigger city areas where the centers are located. For the conclusion, the concept for an upscale bowling entertainment venue is extremely successful. There's a lot of them, so obviously they work and people want to go to them. Being a one-stop shop and there being something that everyone can enjoy is very desirable for people, especially families, which is our kind of go-to market. Offering multiple deals or promotions throughout different seasons. Again, like I said, we offer discounts for different people. We offer different promotions for, passes in the arcade, kind of the things like that. Availability to host parties and social events is a huge revenue maker for the business. Again, like I said, in the holiday months, businesses come and have their holiday parties, and it's crazy. I was the event coordinator there when I worked there, and during the month of December, every day we would have at least 5 corporate events during the day and in the evening. So it does get crazy, but we make a lot of our revenue that way. And then marketing and advertising is lacking. It does need to be improved. It's just something that the company needs to work on. Recommendations and what I learned. For recommendations, improve their marketing and advertising. Create a TV commercial to air on local television stations. Create a commercial on local radio stations as well. And then advertise deals and promotions to their target audiences. So like I said before, we do the college discounts. We also do half price Mondays, which can be really appealing to college kids who, may not have full-time jobs, may not make a ton of income. So I think advertising that at the colleges, especially in Springfield has multiple well-known colleges in the area. I think that would really bring a lot of business in. And what I learned during this project is in order to successfully run a business, there are certain criteria you have to meet. That kind of goes without saying. What good and bad business practices are, and how much they can affect a company and their success. Thank you.